If you find yourself slicing the golf ball time and time again and you just always lack distance, I guarantee you're probably doing this one move in your takeaway that is causing this shot. And the best part is, it is super easy to fix, and we're going to talk about that here today. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, Director of Instruction, Vegas Golf TV and the Sanford Power Golf Academy. And this move we're going to talk about today is by far the most common move I see amateur golfers make that causes the slice, that keeps them from hitting the golf ball as far as they can possibly hit it. And the best part is, I've already stated, is super easy to fix. Now, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and be sure to leave some comments, because I love hearing from you. If you're an amateur golfer and you slice the golf ball and you got a question, fire it in those comments, and I can promise you I'll do my best to answer it, and I always get back to you. So let's talk about what this particular move is, because at the end of it, I'm going to give you a simple tip, a simple drill to really help it. So here's what it is. So I've got my 6-iron today. Now this drill has to do with the takeaway, and we've already done a ton of videos on setup and grip and all those things. So if you've got questions on that, be sure to check them out. So the basic move that I see far too often from amateur golfers is in the takeaway, the club head, number one, the club head works too far inside and around them. So what I mean by that is when they take the club away from the golf ball, the club works inside and behind them, back towards their heels and behind their body. The other part that they do far too often is when they do that, they also rotate the club open. So now we are just in a really, really bad position. We've got set up, the club is rotated to the inside, the face is rotated open, and from this position, I'm not saying you can't hit a quality golf shot, but man, oh man, it is going to be super difficult. So what do we want to do? What should the club look like in the takeaway? So here's what you want to, here's what I suggest. If you're the type of golfer who slices it and you lack distance, when you take the club away, the hand should arc in a little bit. Notice how my hands arc in towards my thigh a little bit, but notice how the club head stays what I like to call out in front. So I'm right here, my hands arc in, and the club stays out in front. Remember what I talked about? In that other move, it would be back in here. The second part of that is, when I take it away, the club's there, but notice that the club face is in a different position. This is what I call a square club face. So this would be open, square, and closed. So you want to feel like when you take it away, your hands arc in, the club head stays out there, and the club face stays nice and square. Looks just like this here. All right, because if you do that, you're going to be much more prone to hitting a quality type golf shot and down the line. Now, what is the drill? Or what's the thing that you can do next time you head to the golf course to see if you're doing that? So typically most of us wear a glove. I like to wear Titleist gloves, no matter what glove you wear, but they usually have some type of logo on it. So when you're set in there, notice I got the Titleist logo right here, right? So whatever yours is, what you're going to do is when you take it back, you're going to rotate that logo down towards the ground. So the more this logo rotates down, the more the club face squares up, and also the more the club head stays out in front. So I'm set in here, I'm going to rotate that logo down. So let me get in, let me go ahead and hit it. I'm going to rotate that down, give it a little practice move. All right, not my best shot, but it was straight, okay, and it had pretty good distance. So if you're the type of golfer who is slicing it, who lacks distance, you got to take a look at your takeaway. If it's going inside and it's open, you're going to be very challenged to hit quality golf shots. So next time you head out there, rotate the logo down, get the club out in front, get the club face squared up, and if you do that, you're going to get rid of that slice and see more distance to all of your shots.